There are certain people who are not going to be able to find rest and peace after what they've done against you. There are certain people who, even if whatever happens to these people or don't happen to these people physically, spiritually they will never find peace, spiritually they will never find rest. These people never liked you. These people were always bullies. I say that because whenever you have a group of people who are susceptible to low vibrational entities and spirits and deities, that's when all this jealousy and envy forms. And then the jealousy and the envy makes these people want to come after somebody who's not bothering them, have not talked about them, have not attacked their kids, have not attacked anything in their life. It makes them come for you so fiercely and have no remorse for what they've done, because in the eyes of these people, you need to be put down. These people never liked you. They were always bullies. They just cloaked themselves as your friends. They cloaked themselves because they was your family, and they couldn't come out and say that they was coming for you and pursuing you this hard out of jealousy and out of envy, right? These people had no remorse and no sympathy for you and the upheavals and the chaos and the calamity and the blockages that they were sending your way, and you had kids. I'm gonna tell you something, the damage has already been done. You know what I'm saying? 2025 is about to be no more. And so now it's in this season where people are realizing what they've done was wrong, backing people who were your abusers, backing people who frauded you, backing people who put you on the dark web, backing people who violated you spiritually, sexually, you know what I'm saying? Emotionally, backing people, getting behind people, not seeing through the illusion and the mask that these people were wearing. These people would never find rest. They would never find peace because they found instant gratification and joy in coming for somebody who wasn't screwing with them. I promise you, you was somewhere minding your business, doing what you needed to do, building your life and putting your life together. And these people were on you because they couldn't fathom or understand the fact that you were soaring and going to certain levels that they never thought you would go, let alone never encouraged you to reach. The reason why I say the damage has been done is because if they're praying for sympathy now and they're praying for empathy and they're praying for mercy, where was the sympathy and the empathy and the mercy given to you when you just wanted to be left alone? And they kept pursuing you and kept attacking you and kept sending people after you and kept lying on your name and kept frauding you and kept stalking you and kept hacking you and kept stealing from you and kept laughing at you behind your back and kept joking you, kept mocking you, wouldn't leave you alone, wouldn't stop because of the mark and because of your light. It irritates these people for it to shine so bright as it did, knowing that they were never a good friend of you. They joked you to their family member. They lied on you to other people that you once knew. These people did not care for you. All they cared about was twisting the image that people had about you and the persona that in the perspective in which people viewed you in, which was your own. It's a very sick thing when, and I don't find it funny at all if whatever I've been able to gather on a person and do against a person, I was only able to gather it and do it against them because I tricked off, because I paid people, because I manipulated people to go up against somebody. What was it so bad in these people that made them want to pursue you the way that they did? What was so bad? You tell me that. Cause last time I checked, 1+1 = 2. Black is black, white is white. Why keep going after somebody who's not going after you? Why keep going after somebody who didn't even know? You didn't even know these people was putting these plans together against you. While you out here giving your money and helping people, you didn't know people was cursing you behind the scenes so that you would be in lack, so that you would be in bondage. You understand what I'm saying? You didn't know people was speaking against your goals, speaking against your dreams, speaking against your forward progression. Because all of what you was doing was always speaking life into these people, encouraging these people, giving a helping hand to these people. Some people you can't help, just like it's some people you can't save. But these people just didn't have it in them to leave you alone. After being a horrible, wretched soul and friend to you, who needs enemies, boy, when you got people like this in your family? Are you ever gonna find peace? Are you ever gonna find rest? Are you ever gonna find fulfillment within your soul and just be left alone to do what you need to do on this journey? Is what you was asking, God. Why I had to encounter these people, God? Why I had to be people that I once knew, people that I once fancied, people that I once doted on? What is it? These people got whatever is in them that's not on you. They are more susceptible to those kind of emotions and feelings that they had against you. And there's no limit to what these people would do when they possess that level of hatred, envy, and jealousy and bitterness in their hearts against you. They didn't want to see you no more. They didn't want you to be alive, to live your own life. They were tired of seeing you, tired of you prospering. Like, maybe they thought you was ugly. So they don't understand where all this admiration was coming from. Well, maybe they thought they could do whatever you was doing better than you. But then it didn't go nowhere. But yet you kept growing. Because you were doing what you was meant to do. You was doing what you was called to do. You weren't out here doing it to compete and be better than someone else. You was doing this because you was being obedient unto the most. You was being obedient to God. Maybe they said you was stupid or retarded. They couldn't understand how you kept getting degree after degree after degree and job after job after job. Maybe they said you would never be able to make it out any calamity or chaos that it was ushering and sending and manipulating to be all around you, right? Because these people, they thrive off of illusion. They thrive off of money. They thrive off of power and control. You didn't have any of that, but you had God, and that's all that you needed. Whether they believed in him or not, that's who you had. And see, these people thrived off of what was opposite of you. So if we could all pull together and destroy you, that would make me feel better about myself. It's crazy because, like I said, I don't know if I mentioned this a while back, but I just watched the movie recently, The Good Son. And you know how you had one of those boys, which is the dude who did Home Alone. He was very evil. Killed his brother, his baby brother, right? Kept the duck that he knew his mother was asking him about after the baby brother had died. And he kept it and had it in his shed after he knew his mother was asking for it, right? And then he went on ahead and put and threw his sister into thin ice where she almost died. And you know, you got people, like I said, like the boy was like trying to warn the mother, you don't know what he is, right? You don't know what he is. I'm telling you, he does things that don't make sense. You don't know what he is. But see, it took the mother having to look and find that duck for her to realize she don't know her son, right? And in an attempt of him trying to kill his own mother and she survived, she had to make the choice. Do I save the one who tried the woman, or do I save, you know what I'm saying, my own son who's been doing evil things? And she let go of that evil son. We don't know why people, I say that to say we don't know what these people are. Why? Oh my God, why? Why they did that to you? Why did they lie on you? Why did they pay people to come your way and violate you like that? What? And then you survived it. You understand what I'm saying? If they poisoned you, you ain't dead. If they sat up here and wanted you to be poverty stricken somehow, some way, are you standing? I mean, why are they pursuing these things to happen in your life? Why you? And why does the attacks have to be so severe? What's in them? We don't know what they are. All what we know is that it's evil. That's all what we know. And if people did this out of jealousy, if they did it out of envy, may God be with them. Because they know what they did to you. They know what they wanted for you. They know what they did behind your back. All of it was funny. All of it was all fun and games. And to keep pursuing someone like that. You understand what I'm saying? And you're alive and you're well. You understand what I'm saying? You were built for this. Everything of what you've gone through is what God was equipping you to go through and to withstand and to overcome. But I'm telling you now that you have overcome it. You understand what I'm saying? There will be no rest. You just say there's no rest for the wicked. You think you're going to have rest and you think you're going to have peace after screwing with someone's life? Tricking off and using your power and your influence to destroy somebody's life? You think you're going to find peace? Let me tell you something. Whatever reports was made, whatever prayers were sent out, whatever cries, okay? Crying out for justice, for judgment, for peace. You understand what I'm saying? They've been heard and they've been seen by the right people. People who can't be paid and people who can't be swayed. People who can't be manipulated. People who can't be deceived. You understand that? People who are not of darkness, but people who are of the light. And they represent for people and are advocates for people who are of the light, who are survivors of this journey that we're on. Because we don't know what people are susceptible to. We don't know what they're capable of. All what we know is we keep encountering them on our journey. And it's not right and it's not fair and it's not just for someone to want to bind you like this, right? And come after your health and come after your wealth and come after your children and come after your livelihood and come after your future and your purpose. But these kind of people exist and we don't know what they are, right? We don't know what they are. We just know that they exist. And we just know that with people like this, and in God allowing you to overcome everything of what it is that people wanted for you, you have to understand the silver lining, right? In all of it, you survived it. So it must be some reason that he kept you alive. It must be some reason. And I guarantee you, it's not to continuously have you suffer. And it's not to continuously have you in these never-ending cycles that these people want you to be stuck in. Then why you want that? You know, why they want these things for you and you don't want these things for them? You are not even on these people's, they're not even on your mind. And for some of these people, you're not even on their radar. You know what I'm saying? They're not even trying to target you anymore. But the damage has already been done. The damage has already been done. You were just strong enough not to kill your damn self and to stick around for your kids. The damage has already been done. You were just balanced and grounded enough to say, you know what? I'm going to take it to God on what happened to me, and I'm going to be restored, and I'm going to rebuild my life. Whether they mocked you and said, oh, you're going to have to start over again. And whether they joked you and said and mocked you behind your back and judged you and said what you would never be able and levels you would never be able to reach. Let me tell you something. They're the ones who keep coming after you. God has already told you what he's promised you. God has already shown you what he has in store for you. These are the people who keep trying to intercept and block off what's meant for you, what's supposed to be coming in for you, what's supposed to be already in your life. You understand what I'm saying? But God has already promised you these things. Why do you think that they have attacked you so hard? To block things off. I keep telling you, nobody's going to go this hard to block off something that there's nothing there to block. So if they keep coming, if they keep being persistent on coming for you and attacking you, it must be because of what God has in store for you. Whether they got a reading to see into your life or not. And I tell you, that's going to come to an end too. Or whether they are just possess familiar spirits that surround them where they have gifts, but they use them for bad. Well, whatever these people's means were for finding out whatever they found out, or just seeing you in all your glory and your light, it irritated them. They didn't understand that. Because as long as they were your friend, so-called friend, they joked you behind your back and said what you wasn't. So now they see where you're going and they see where you did that and you put that together for yourself. And they wanted to destroy it. So they just looked you up, seen you pop up wherever they seen you pop up in and said, you know what? I'm going to put a plan together so that they be destroyed. I'm going to put a plan together so I surround around so much warfare and witchcraft that they have to fight off, you know, that whatever their purpose are or is, they won't be able to step into it. Why keep going that hard? Why want that? Why do that? Why is that something that's a project of these people? Why is that something that's their favorite pastime? And why you? Are the questions either you gotta ask the right questions. But what's understood ain't gotta be explained, so some questions don't even need to be asked. You know who you are and you know what you're meant to be doing. The damage has already been done. The damage has already been done. You just didn't kill yourself. God kept you. You're not dead. Where they came for you for money, they came after you for greed, they came after you out of jealousy, they came for you. All these things though are not tying into you deserving, right? This is dealing with something personal, internal with these people. Last time I checked, how is it your fault that somebody's jealous of you? How is it your fault that somebody's envious of you? How is it your fault? Last time I checked. And then furthermore, why these people thought they had the power and the control to play with your life like that? And they thought it wasn't going to be no repercussions? Oh, they caused it for you. Like I said, the damage has already been done. That shit ain't funny though. It ain't funny when you have to go out your way to gather what information to make somebody's life, you know, be in an uproar. It's not funny because naturally, organically, you had to fight battles that you shouldn't have had to fight, struggles you shouldn't have even had to live through, humiliation, illusions that was all surrounded around you. That shouldn't have been your life. These people and everything that's transpired after, right, is the reason why you went through what you went through. So how is it funny? Again, how is it funny when these people enacted this against your life? They won't have they won't have peace. I pray for them. And I'm gonna say something so real. You, even if you can't pray for them and you say, you know what, no, you pray for my enemies. Okay, I'll pray for your enemies then. It's hard to pray for people who had you go through something you shouldn't have had to go through, exploited you in ways that you shouldn't have been exploited. And all of this happened and caught you off guard because of people's envy and malice and ill intent in their heart towards you. They knew that what they was doing was wrong. They knew when the lies came out and they got to trick off and manipulate and pay and sway people to come after you. You understand what I'm saying? And then people came up in your life, and then these people was able to get to other people and pay and sway them to go up against you and look at you like you was funny, look at you and treat you like something was wrong with you and not want to be around you, not want to befriend you, not want to be fair and just towards you. Let me tell you something. All of them is feeling it. Every single last one. There will be no rest for the wicked. There will be no peace for the wicked. There will be no prosperity for the wicked. Matter of fact, the wealth of the wicked is about to be transferred to that of the meek and the humble and the righteous. Everything that they once knew and loved and owned, they're going to lose it. The same way they cause you to lose your stability, your footing, and foundation in your life that you have built. Real funny how people don't give you a hand in building something, but want to put all the hands together and join one and join all to come up against you to tear down what you've built with God. Because your light irritated the hell out of them. They didn't understand it. They always been tricking off behind your back. Always been snaking you behind your back with their mothers, with their fathers, with their family members, with other people behind your back. Everybody knew these people ain't never liked you. But the mere fact that they had to play you in order to keep you around them, knowing that they made it very clear that they didn't like you to other people, that's what's sick and psychotic to me. You understand that? Not even giving you a chance to find the right people to have up in your life because they too busy trying to be fake to keep you up in their life and to keep them around you. Why? So you can be the butt of their jokes? So you can be their punching bag? And they get fulfillment out of that. Making one person the butt of their jokes and they punching bag. Something you realizing a lot about these people that's more sinister than you want to know because they don't love themselves. It's all coming from a place of them not loving themselves. They see somebody who do and they want to break your confidence. They want to break everything around you so that they can just feel better than you. I don't understand that. I don't know. I'm not going to get into it. I promise you that. That's not the word I'm going to get into today. I don't understand these people. I don't know what makes them tick. I don't know what they are. What I do know is God is bringing in justice for you. Do you understand that? And he's preparing the table for you in the presence of your enemies. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.